A full-scale invasion of North Korea has begun, and today, Pyongyang will be captured. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back. Wargame Red Dragon is back, and here it is for the second Korean War campaign. If you want to see more of this, again, go ahead and continue to shill out that support and blow up that like button, as we're about to blow up a bunch of enemy units, not only at Pyongyang, but also over here at Kaljou, and try to capture Chongjin, and block the Soviets from further invasion. Good to have you all here. I'm very excited to see the final invasion of the capital here, Pyongyang. It's been surrounded for quite some time, but now it is time to finally get in there and do some damage. I'm going to go ahead and drop in our airborne infantry battalion here today from the Japanese, actually the Canadians are joining us. We've got Japanese, British, Canadian, and I believe Anzac Royal Australian Regiment is joining us here today. So they'll be parachuting into Pyongyang and dropping in and taking them out, I guess. I don't know what else to say. Big smile on my face as we now finally take the North Korean capital. Let it begin. Here we go. As was to be expected, China is vehemently protesting against the presence of our troops in Pyongyang. We must expect an increase in their military presence. I don't think so. We've actually killed quite a few Chinese units, and really the only Chinese units that remain is the 11th Artillery Company. That's in the north, and then a few tank companies that we've pretty much ravaged. So, well, too bad, China. You can fight all you want, but you don't have the troops to do so. All right, let's bring in the 21st REMA for the French and the Germans, their artillery there, and also the 40th Commando. And then finally, the South Koreans have the honor of coming into the capital as well. We'll have them in there first. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and get our repair drops ready. Going to bring up all of our troop transports now. The reason we're bringing these transports here is because Pyongyang is the only airfield in North Korea that has the capability of helping us to push east. So essentially, though we may be bringing all these forces, we might not use them, but we will make sure that they're on board once the airfield's been captured to push further into Kaljou and Chongjin. I just want to actually see what these maps look like for future reference, too. They look like perfect areas for tank battles, actually, and there looks to be quite a few towns in both of them for nice defense as well, so perfect for ATGMs. Okay, so we've got bombers here. It's now time to call in the rest of our air squadrons for the British and the French. I guess the French don't necessarily have any fighters, but they do have a wonderful little ATGM plane that can come in. Fantastic. We've had some really great battles with tanks lately. We've been taking some losses, which means the enemy tanks are getting a lot more aggressive, so I'm happy to see that. And apparently our RAAF strike squadron can't reach up here to Pyongyang. I'm assuming that's because we R&R'd the previous round, or actually refitted to get all of our planes. So we'll sit tight one more and bring them up here after the battle. I don't think we're necessarily going to need heavy bombers here. We mostly need seed aircraft and then a lot of tanks and light vehicles to deal with all that stuff. The bombers would be nice, but we don't have a position to secure like the harbor from before. Before we go any further, I just want to make sure if we have any other units that we can bring them up now. And I'm not seeing anything that I really necessarily need to use immediately. And the South Korean Air Force wouldn't even be able to reach up here. Let's see, fighters, bomber would be useful, but again, we have so much stuff at the moment that we may as well save it. Additionally, one thing I've been forgetting too is previous turns to move our Japanese fleet up here. We're going to actually, I think in the next 2 turns, we're going to try to take out the Admiral Kuznetsov, the main enemy carrier there, so that way we can cut off their air force. And actually what I'm going to do is move our carrier here and be able to provide closer air support that position as well. So they're kind of blocking the way. All right, let the battle for Pyongyang begin here today. I don't think we can bring any of these forces down, so let's see what we've got. Oh, and actually, before we do, we need to land these aircraft. Silly of me to forget that we actually have to land these. All right, there we go. I think we have 5 in total, is it? All right, this should be number 4, and number 5 up here for the final 5th Parachute Regiment for the British. All right, make sure we've got all of our units. Fantastic. All right, Pyongyang is going to have a hard day. It's a hard day for Pyongyang. We're just outside the capital. Anti-air company, tank regiment, security. What do we got for tanks? Looks like we're looking at, the Su-27 is a good fighter. MiG-21, good ground support, and a lot of tanks. All right, let's begin. All right, finally. Once we capture this, they're not going to be too happy, but we have the whole place surrounded. Ooh, look at this, a close... Ooh, this is kind of our closest battle we've ever seen. Enemies highly... They have high morale. Okay. Well, we're going to see an insane amount of spam, for sure. South Korean infantry hasn't yet arrived. It's mostly French and British here. Scorpion tanks, I'm just trying to get a full assessment of what we got. I haven't yet used some of these Anzac forces, so I just want to make sure that we overlook everything and don't overlook anything, I should say. Okay, well, I think I've got a plan then. We're going to go ahead and, as you would imagine, fill up the X-ray section with a ton of troops. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have to use the Rima yet again. I want to mix it up more, but helicopters are just going to get insta-destroyed. So let's go ahead and fill every building with some French commandos. And those VAPs are going to be very nice against them. I guess French Marines are the technical term. Alright, so that should be good on this side. We just need the enemy to fall upon us, so that way we can clear out a massive majority of their force. We have some nice light French tanks here too. And the enemy did have some decent tanks. You know, actually, what we should do is spend a little bit more on our seed aircraft. We have 2 seed aircraft. And we're going to need the bombers, I think, the most. Alright, I'm going to try to call out a big wave of tanks to come through and clear them out. I don't think we're going to be able to hold most of our positions. And I think X-ray might be a little too risky to have a command in. That might just be a waste of points. Milans are too far away. These are paradropped, or helicopter based. Boy, it's an interesting position that we have here. The Mars are useful. They have cluster munitions, so that might be a good... this is a German artillery unit. That's an MLRS that fires cluster munitions. Calling out those might be smart. We could probably pin down if we see a huge blob. Oh, yes. We've got our Fiats again. Oh, yes. The Furious Fiats are here. Fantastic. Good. Let's see. The LR PV? No. Don't want that. Seems to be a weird... What the heck's going on? It seems to lag every once in a while. It's really weird. Cougars, yes. 75mm heat. Alright, very good. Okay. Well, we got a mixed mash of stuff. We'll see how we do here. Let the battle begin. Alright, we're about to see units come from all over. Okay, I already see them. They're heading towards Sanchan. Alright, move back here. Here's something firing. Oh. Sea Harrier got hit. Shimano Ho-2s. We need to overwhelm them. We're about to see a lot of destruction on both sides. Well, maybe one side. Wow. Alright, for the French high mobile doctrine. Still infantry in there. We're going to lose some units. Not too upset about it. Let's get more of these armored cars down. The AMXs are decent tanks. They're more of an armored car, but just heavily armored. I want to fire these Mars somewhere, but I can't find a target. Yeah, we gotta get them further away from the battle. They have a minimal range. All we gotta do is really stay put. We're just killing them. Really want to make sure we've... really need to make sure that we capture this enemy, all their commands. We want to knock them out completely. They've got a lot of morale. Bong Chosu are coming through. They might have... The enemy more than likely has infrared anti-aircraft. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and zoom off with that. Let's see. Oh, we do get them to fire. Okay, they did fire here. Harrier made it out. No problem. Bab getting shot at. Let's push into Whiskey, and then let's push into Tanshan. Whoa! I didn't expect to see all the enemy force down there. Well, I guess expect the unexpected. Okay, well, we're going to counter spam. Because I'm getting real antsy to just have this all captured right away. Oh my goodness. They've got forces everywhere. Wow, let's get bombs on top of these guys. Oh, they're coming in from all over, dude. They've got everything everywhere. We got to counter spam. I'm just moving everything out. We're just going to have a wave of French tanks and troops just push through. They've shot down our helicopters with just endless forces. So let's... There we go. Let's battle it out here. Let's see what happens. One of our planes being shot down there. Yeah, it's interesting. These Segis got absolutely destroyed. Oh, and they are Shimano 2s. Yeah, we gotta push through. I just want to swarm and push through. Enemies probably got commands flying all around. So it's pretty much impossible to command your forces with these smaller battles like this. Oh wow, the enemy's just broken through. Oh, there we go. Enemy command there. Fantastic. So that one's dealt with. If they have one more command and we find it, we got it. Let's block them down here. They've just got more spam weapons than we do. I never get to spam, so I kind of want to do this. We don't ever get to call out a ton of units. It's always like 1 unit versus 100,000. And we're like, oh, are we going to do it? They have a lot of anti-aircraft as well. Oh, total victory. Excellent. We did find the enemy command. By spreading out like that, I think we really minimized our losses. Although, you know, we have a lot of armored cars and light tanks that died, but that's fine. We actually had worse tanks than the enemy did. Some of these were really good. Fantastic. So, not only did we destroy all of their tanks, all of their infantry, all their anti-air, the only thing that escaped was the aircraft. Actually, wait, no, they get destroyed because of the airfield. Excellent, we have Pyongyang. This is a terrible blow to the regime. From now on, everything will depend on the reactions of the Chinese and the Russians. Holding Qingdao and Chongqing will be the best way to make them accept our conditions for the armistice. Fantastic. For that being the enemy's huge, legendary capital, the center of their nation's everything. I mean, that was the center of all of North Korea. We took it down in one blow. I'm surprised they didn't actually fight. That we did that with ease compared to what I thought would happen. All right, now we got to face ourselves to the east and start facing multiple enemy units, aircraft carriers, and the Soviets and Chinese best. All right, then. Let's go on to the next turn. We're going to then, I think we need to embark a lot of these troops back onto the planes and get ready to fly towards Chongqing. Should be able to end this one relatively quickly, I think. Let's end our turn. Do we want to do that? Yeah, we want to do that. There's no other battles. Not much more for us to do. Interesting. The Chinese have put forces into Jianchan. The U.S. Air Force gives you one of its most powerful or precious assets, a squadron from the 37th Fighter Wing. That is to say, 2 veteran F-117s from the Gulf War. Use them well. You also have a squadron of F-15s at your disposal for air superiority. Alright, roger that. Interesting. Alright, our planes have flown back here. Luckily, we can now fly all of our sorties from Pyongyang. And we won't be able to reach any of these other territories until we do that. So I think that was the perfect time to capture Pyongyang. We can now assign all of our U.S. aircraft in the wonderful new major city of Korea. Not North Korea, just Korea. We're unifying here. Alright, the vampires are great for air superiority. The Night Stalkers are great for our bombing capabilities. And the French and British can come on over here to Pyongyang as well. Let's make sure we assign everyone here. Alright, so we're doing a little housekeeping. We're on the attack so often. This is great. Okay, first of all, let's move all of our ground forces out of Pyongyang. We are totally good on that. So let's move all of our ground forces out. Actually, let me first embark all Japanese, and I want to make sure I don't miss anybody who can be in an aircraft. What am I doing here? I seem to be missing some, but... Oh, there we go. Embark the Royal Australians. The Canadians should be able to get up there. There we go. Canadians lost a few units, but we're okay. For that being the Battle of Pyongyang, I thought that was going to be way more fierce. That was just like the enemy just gave up. That was it. They really had us, but the fact that we won... I mean, imagine that. Imagine if we took, you know, 100,000 losses on D-Day alone, which I think was pretty close, but... And then after that, the Germans were just like, nope, we're good. We're out. We're done. We surrender. That's a major victory. Total victory. Okay, let's get the Germans out of here. I know I'm missing something. Rima. We can only refit here at the at this sector, but we got to keep rolling. It's turn 16. We got to completely defeat the Soviets by 22. We don't want any delays. We should see let's see, 4 aircraft. We should see more. I need to see a 5th one. Hopefully I didn't lose that last unit. Wait a minute. Is this it? Royal Australian something or other. Vampires. This is hard because there's a lot of there's a lot of units that are clumped up here. We can move the helicopters more than one. In fact, let's get them all the way over here. We'll use the helicopters with the Americans. Okay, we need to... I'm trying to see where our last little unit is that we can move. Those are South Korean forces. I hope I didn't move them up here. Panzers. Alright, let's look. I don't think I moved them yet. Maybe there are 5 planes. I see only 4. Wait, are there 5? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, recon company there. If I moved them, it's okay. I can move them back. Oh, here they are. The British 5th Parachute. Looked like it was in the other sector. Fantastic. Alright, we should have only aircraft here now. Excellent, excellent. And we should be able to fly them all the way to Chongjin at the start of the next turn. Very good. Okay, we should be able to move this up here. Naval Sector Juliet, good. And let's see with the Americans. Can we move and start attacking? Should we start attacking? Armored Regiment, Light Attack Force. I think we need to start moving in. And I think... we will need to move the Kuznetsov out of the way after the next couple of battles. Okay, can we move any forces this way? Alright, let's... Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Alright, let's do a little leapfrog. Let's get the Americans to move here with the help of the French. We won't get the wonderful help of those Swedish STRBs anymore since we're not technically in a naval situation. French REIs are here though. Let's see, we want these helicopters to go in. Did I not have French helicopters here? Let's have all of our helicopters go over that direction. They're perfect anti-tank. Where are my French? Oh, here they are. The HADs. Fantastic. Alright, these guys just arrived, so they'll have to stay put. Okay, so the reason I did that was to move everyone in here. We can R&R and refit here before we move on. I just want to make sure all the forces that just fought at Pyongyang are going to stay here. I'm just going to totally bypass the enemy. We do not need to fight and kill every single enemy soldier. If we accomplish all of our goals, they will surrender. And to have them basically surrender, and for us to use that equipment later for the security of all of Korea is much more important. Okay, so the Leclercs did take some big hits too against the Chinese, unfortunately. So we'll need to leave them there. Air defense. The Chinese get ballsy and come down here with their tanks again, which they're more than likely to do. We can also defend them with our forces, but we really need to push. We need to push. Holding is easy, so I think we'll hold with these forces. In fact, the French Rima and RCIMs and them, they took some good hits from that previous battle, but we're going to keep all those guys there then. So they're the defense of Pyongyang. And now we should have a battle here. Kills you. Actually, let's go to, let's get the Mavericks in here. They might have anti-aircraft with Shilkas with those tanks, for sure. Bombers, very good. Tomcats, I don't see any enemy aircraft up over that sector, so we're good for now. So you guys can stay put. And then we're going to go and attack the Admiral Kuznetsov in the next couple of turns when that full force arrives. We want to attack them with everything we got. French and British carriers here. Okay, I want to make sure... Hey, can we R&R if there's any refit? Okay, I think we have to land and do that first. Okay. Let's see if we got anything else new. Don't want to miss anything. What are these? The Avengers. Oh, very nice. Okay, we'll get these guys out. Additional Air Force for our attack. And let's go with the Night Riders too, because they're anti-ship missiles. Very nice. That'll be good for our coming battle here shortly. Ark Royal just has a more links. I wonder if they could send them over. It's more... I think we'll be okay without it. Oh, that's French anti-aircraft or anti-ship missiles. Could use some more bombers. These are more affordable. There will be 45-point bombers. That'll be good against swarms of infantry without having to have it a high price tag. Sometimes when they add additional missiles and things onto the plane, it becomes more expensive. So let's go ahead and call that out. We'll assign that to Pyongyang. Very good. Okay, now let's have the Battle of Kailju. So the two things I want to do before we're done is the Soviets are... That's not just the remaining force. There's going to be way more coming across than that. There's got to be. And we also need to sink their carrier as a final punishment to the communist regime. We need to end... We're basically ending communism here today. All right, let's go ahead and get to Kailju. And, oh boy. Oh, interesting. Oh, we're going to take the top. Why would I ever... No. We're going to just hold tight up here at the north. Do we have our tanks here? Combat Assault Battalion? I think that might be... Oh, Armored Regiment. That's the one that has the tanks. Fantastic. Okay, we should have tons of points. The enemy, I think, will be highly moralized as well. So no need for us to go to Tanchan. There's no points there. Why would we ever do that? So now we're just going to play Operation... Hey, let's just chill here while the enemy attacks, I think is the name of it. And let's go ahead and put our force there. We're going to basically surround this place with Marines and then Marine tanks, and that's it. Actually, the SMA, I wonder what's better. 875 versus 1400. Accuracy 48, AP power 13, AP power 19, AT... Oh, whoa. The Marine SMAs. We're going to see a lot of tanks coming at us, so, and troop transport, so let's go ahead and... We're just going to chill up in this village. There's, like, no reason for me to even need to leave here. Now, man, we like the fact that we called out the French when we did in that previous battle, like that was such a mobile battle. Killing them swiftly like that freed up all those units to come over here. That's lovely. Oh, we're down to one Rima unit? That's interesting. Must have been heavy hit from previous battles. Oh, you know, it's because we lost all those transports in the, I think, the battle for Pyongyang. Actually, these aren't even the forces from Pyongyang. Doesn't matter. We'll get everyone R&R'd at the harbor before we go in for the full attack. Need to see some recon up. And I think we're going to try to put the FOB in the town. Yep. Now, Echo is tough because it's worth 6 points, but there's literally no place to hide. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide there. So let's go ahead and hold it for as long as we can. Do we have a... Ah, damn, all we have is a LAV. Well, we can put Marines in this village here and try to defend it. Let's do that then. Let's get a few South Korean anti-tank launchers in. Let's get our Marines... Ooh, wait a minute. 700. What are the... I think the Marines actually have a longer range. 700, 700. AP power 24. AP power 19. All right, South Korean Marines are up. Okay, I want them going north to defend, and then I want some more U.S. Marines. Could see some... Are we going to see helicopters? I'm not sure. Ooh. Actually, Legion 90 have an Eric's missile launcher, which is way long range. All right, well, we're pretty much out of points, so let's get everything deployed, and let's begin the battle. Go. Do I have another helicopter here? Alright, we have a backup chopper then, just in case. I forgot to delete that one, but we can actually use that. If we get to, oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay, drive up there with everything you got, boys. Alright, about 3 billion troop transports are coming in. Let's get the VABs out of here. They're gonna see that LAV in no time.
I'll be there soon.
Get these troops up here. Okay, we need something to deal with all those tanks.
It's an honor to serve under your command.
Alright, Legion are getting ready to fire. Oh, alright, they've been bulldozed. Okay, let's get South Korean forces ready. They should block their attack in the north. Okay, we need to get rid of that T-90S right now.
Where do you need us, sir?
Okay, circle in for that.
Need customers for a taxi route.
I'm gonna attack at Cheongjin and then see if we can bring in that aircraft. They're just bulldozing through the Marines, man.
Checklist completed. Ready to go. March for me. Move out.
We ain't got no chance here. How did those tanks bulldoze through so quickly? T-72s are great, but Marines in cover are way better. Wow, let's get another Hornet up.
Completed. Ready to go.
Get the hell out of there.
Situation is under control.
Alright, let's push in with the Marines, take their spawn point. Oh, I can't believe our Cobra actually made it out of there. Now maybe now the Marines can block them. Every artillery piece ever is firing. Wow, look at all the units we killed. They snuck in just to get the command, and then that was it. They gave up. They stopped caring at that point. Let's get these units into cover. Okay, Shilkas are going to die next.
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, good thing we called out accidentally that command. We can come back and just recapture this area. The North Koreans' attack have moved on elsewhere. Like a pack of rabid dogs. Grab this for resupply. Go, 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 go. Alright, good. Actually, I think we're fighting the Soviets here for the first time, too. Wow, hitting them in the flank did a great thing for us. They're bringing all their units up to the north, giving us another chance to get back onto our feet after that overwhelming tidal wave of communism. Good, look at that. T-90s are going north. Fantastic. We can call out all the aircraft in the world next. Hurry up and land, man. Wait, you guys go here. You go here. All right, we've reestablished command. More Hornets up.
Sky is ours.
Okay, I don't know what to hit first. We need to find bigger units to kill. The 40-man squad, though, can go down.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Shilkas are bailing. Okay, their initial attack, like, killed the command, and then they started getting out of there. This is actually going really well. Alright, let's see if the Bongshosu enter their Romulan cloaks. Oh, they forgot to push the button. Somehow we were able to still spot them with about 15 men looking in their direction. What, the bombs missed? Come on, guys. Let's try that again.
Captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
And let's take the opportunity to capture more enemy territory. Let's get some U.S. Marines up. We're going to capture Charlie now. Those troops must be going so fast they're outrunning bombs.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Guys, come on, man.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Alright, I gotta put this bomb down manually because this is worthless. Never mind, Harrier's being hit and destroyed. These just giant turning radiuses. They mostly have Iglis, I think. We need to watch out. Do we have the, oh, we don't have our, oh, we do have our intruders.
Checklist completed. Ready to go.
Prowlers.
Heading to given grid reference.
Alright, Marines are almost ready for an attack. Let's get these guys supplied. Damn.
Sky is ours.
Shoka must not be radar guided. Stop here. M60 is going to assist with the attack.
Someone need a guardian angel?
We must have captured the fob and then they bailed. They destroyed it and then they're leaving the position, so we successfully flanked them. We're going to try to use some M60s now. Resupply these guys. Let's get the chopper fueled up just in case. The longer those South Koreans delay them, the better. Should be able to bring in tank support shortly for them, anti-tank. It's going to be a little while.
At the ready, sir.
Alright, M60, push forward. Recon chopper, come on over. Come on, baby, give me a Hornet. There we go.
Need a guardian angel?
Now, we're pushing against the North Koreans, the Chinese, and the Soviets, and some of their most elite units, so taking losses is it's just inevitable at this point.
Just spit it out. Who do you want us to transfer?
Alright, push forward.
Moving out.
Are those not... Oh, those are infantry. Okay, I thought they were tanks on the road. Marines, listen. Get up on this road. Let's go.
Changing position. Start the
Alright, M60s are doing a great job engaging. Alright, all South Korean Marines there have been killed in that attack. That was a success. That took all the attention away from our positions at Jonchan and Echo, and also possibly killed an enemy command there. I'm not sure if one drove by or whatnot during our attack. Huge success. That's great. Alright, let's get another Marine command out. Let's capture some more territory here. And that'll allow us to call in everything that we need to eliminate the enemy. We need huge points with tanks.
At the ready, sir.
Looks like an enemy artillery unit's fleeing. Wow, all those tanks, we couldn't kill them. There were too many like T-72s and such, and now, not a problem.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Let's take that out, take this out. Anything we can pounce on from the air, we're going to do it. Those seem to be infrared. They're too inaccurate and small.
Who do you want us to transport?
Alright, well, if we can keep moving then with the Marines, let's do it. Let's have the tanks move north. They have anti-aircraft, so we have to be careful with our Cobra. We'll keep it behind. We'll bring in just 2 groups of Marines to defend that. Enemies bailed out of Bravo. Let's bring in another command. Actually, let's bring up some tanks. We're limited on our points at the beginning. The enemy gets to call out like 700 million points worth of units, and we get nothing. So that's why we always got to focus on the defense first. And the fact that we've made a giant, I wouldn't even say a comeback. I'm just amazed that they didn't even successfully push through. They stopped at the edge of the city after they eliminated the command and then just gave up. Okay, we can now move to Bravo. Enemy's basically surrounded at this point. M60s keep pushing. Don't know if they have any anti-aircraft around, so let's just keep moving. Marines, let's go ahead and occupy this village here. We'll block off movement around Bravo. Get a command in there. Do we have another command coming? I think I want to bring up a T-60 command this time. There's really not much to hide around here as well. Not many options for it. Okay, let's split the Marines. Right, you 2 group here. And you guys regroup here. Watch the entry in the crossroad to the position. Alright, well, we've got the enemy surrounded now. We've cleaned up that mess. We've held on to our ground and are now about ready to assault. We need more point income, though. Okay, let's get these guys deployed now. That's good. Wow, what a comeback, man. I thought it was like, oh, well, this is going to be a difficult battle, but now it's kind of turned for the better. Alright, South Koreans got their anti-tank loaded. The enemy could try to swing around and hit us again. We've secured all the positions. That oops helicopter that I left out actually saved us. That's great. That was a happy accident. Alright, let's happily accidentally kill that enemy command coming in. Oops, sorry. Oh, sorry. My bad. Alright, let's push into Chongjin. Actually, we need to wait. I'm getting ambitious, aren't I? Look at all that artillery. Everything's retreating up there. That's fantastic. Let's see the big O Abrams come up. So we've seen Leclerc's in battle. We haven't seen the Germans yet. Let's see the American. The Abrams haven't even really been able to kill anything yet. We haven't given them a chance.
Where do you need us, sir?
Okay, we'll hold off on the aircraft. Let's do one quick little sneak of prowlers to see if they've got any AA. And I think the BMP is probably a good target for aircraft, just because I don't know where it's going to go. Let's just pop it because we see it. Hornet going up. Get out of there. Alright, Prowler getting hit like crazy. Might even go down. We're going to lose one. Nope. Alright, lots of Shilkas around there, so we need to be careful about that. Alright, we need to attack these guys head on for sure.
Are you talking to me? Awaiting new orders, sir.
Alright, I'm just going to leave this here. Let's capture then with the M60. Alright, Abrams are finally getting able to engage. Gonna have some fun here, boys. Alright. Let them have it. Ooh, listen to that. There you go. That's what a lot of you want to see is those tanks shooting. But again, there's always something. There's 22 battles going on at any given time, so you got to be cautious. Alright, let's get out here and engage those tanks. Or troop transports or whatever happens to come down that road. Oh, the North Korea... Whoever was in command here, I mean, that's... Whoa.
What are your orders, sir?
Hold on a second. T-90S. I'm not engaging that. Hell to the no on that. Where's that recon chopper?
Ready to go.
That aircraft... The tank is really close to the Shilka. Hold on, I just need to get eyes on it. T-90S, that's huge points. That's a big, deadly danger. Holy... Whoa, hold on. Please let that be the T-70. Oh, beautiful. The T-90, I mean.
I need that tail rotor check.
Well, well. Seems like they're regrouping and attacking. Oh, great. Heavy artillery again. Let's reverse out of that.
What are your orders, sir?
Damn, another T-90. Well, we got them blocked on this right side. Now we can just pick them off. Ooh. Oh, we lost it. Darn it.
Awaiting new orders, sir.
Let's get some more recon up. And we need some more fighters up. Something with Mavericks. Thank goodness. The Harrier 2. Who's the Harrier 2? There we are.
Sky is ours.
T-90S. Get in there with those Mavericks. Here comes the artillery on the left side. You can see the shell.
Where do you need us,
Harrier
sir?
2, get that T-9. Oh! Romulan cloak. And amazing. Reappears after the sortie. Yeah, again, it's easier to see much... It's super clear as day to see behind you in a tank. Or in an aircraft, but if you look in front of you, you're never going to see anything. That giant windshield, it's just a scam, man. I don't know why our tanks zoomed out of there, but at least we got... Oh, actually, we got their attention over here. Now it's time to pounce on them. All
Guardian Angel?
right, boys, hit them with everything you go. Wait a minute, what? Total victory. Excellent. Well, no... Unfortunately, no destruction of all the enemy forces, but we pushed through. Fantastic. All right, good. I'll take that then. Whew. Okay, loss of an Abrams versus multiple T-90Ss. Not even a thing, man. Don't even fret. All right, well, will we see the end of this Wargame Red Dragon series in the next episode? Perhaps we will. We'll be moving in to attack the Admiral Kutsunov, and we'll continue with our attacks. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.